Hello, hello, happy Thursday. Oh, where's my camera? Where am I? Here I am. All right, welcome to Exercise with Exos. I have a fun workout plan for us today. So in light of next week being Valentine's Day, we're gonna spell hearts today. So I definitely have a nice fun theme for us to go through. So we have our 6 regular movements. We're gonna go through 3 times. We got 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, and we get right into our demos here. So like I said, we're spelling hearts. So we're gonna start off here with the inverted hamstring exercise. So for that, it's really similar to a single leg Romanian deadlift. So we're gonna put all of our weight into one of our feet here. We're gonna have our arms out to the side, thumbs up. Push those hips back nice and tall, and then switching over to the other side. So again, pushing those hips back, making sure that we're going for our chest roughly parallel and have that slight bend in the knee. After that, we're gonna go ahead and get on the ground. We're gonna do some eccentric push-ups. Camera's not set up very well, there we go. So we're gonna do eccentric push-ups. So for these, we can either be on the hands and toes or on the hands and knees, whatever is available. We're gonna go nice and slow, 3 seconds down, and pushing back up. So nice, slow down, and coming back up. If we need to, we can also just lower the self nice and slowly and get up however we need to. So those are the options for push-ups. Up next, we're gonna stand on up. We got our A and hearts, and we're gonna do bent over A's. So we're gonna push our hips back, keep that core nice and tight, hands in front, coming all the way out to the side, making an A and back down. So from this angle forward, making our A, squeezing through the armpits and back down. And then for our R, we have alternating reverse lunges. So we're gonna start at the top of our space, coming back, standing up, and then coming back and standing up again. If you would like to make that a little bit more challenging, feel free to add a little knee drive at the top and then alternating to the other side. So that's gonna be if you need a little challenge, or you can grab some weights, whatever you need to make that as challenging as you want it to be today. After that, we're gonna do some bent over T's for our T and hearts. So we're gonna push those hips back again, straight out to the side, making our T, making sure that our elbows are up, pinkies towards the ceiling, palms behind us, driving through the elbows. And then lastly, we're gonna go ahead and get on the ground, laying down, face down. We're gonna do some Supermans. We're gonna have our arms out in front, legs behind us. We're gonna squeeze those glutes, lift the legs up, lift the arms up. We're gonna hold for 3 seconds and then back down and then right back up, holding for 3 seconds and back down. So that is gonna be our whole workout for today. So we're gonna go through that 3 times. We're gonna get ready for our warm up. All right, it's a little dark in here. So we're gonna go ahead and come to the top of our space. We're gonna do the world's greatest stretch. So we're gonna interlace our fingers, grab onto the right knee, pull on that right knee towards the chest. Nice big deep breath. And we're gonna exhale, step back into a reverse lunge, hands on the inside of that front leg. Nice big deep belly breath. And we're gonna exhale, opening up towards that front foot, gazing past our thumb. Nice big deep belly breath, back leg nice and straight. And we're gonna exhale, plant that hand on the outside of our front foot, push ourselves up into our hamstring stretch. Nice big deep breath. And we're gonna exhale, bring our feet together, keep that back flat, squeeze those glutes, stand on up. Awesome. All right, we're gonna do that same thing on the other side. Interlace those fingers, grab onto the left knee, pull the left knee towards the chest. Nice big deep breath. And we're gonna exhale, step back into our reverse lunge, hands on the inside of our front leg. Keeping that back leg nice and straight, nice big deep breath. And we're gonna exhale, opening up towards that front foot, gazing past our thumb. Nice big deep belly breath. And we're gonna exhale, plant that hand on the outside of our front foot, push ourselves up into our hamstring stretch. Nice big deep belly breath. And we're gonna exhale, bring our feet together and stand on up. Awesome. All right, last part of our warm up, we're gonna do a little bit more rotation, opening up our back and our spine a little bit more. We're gonna do this standing today, so we're gonna open up those hamstrings a little bit at the same time. So we're gonna go ahead, push our hips back, So our chest is almost parallel with the ground. So pretty similar to our A and T position. And from here, one arm at a time. So I'm gonna start with my left hand, rotating, opening up towards the ceiling. And a nice rotation and back down. And then the other side, opening up, looking past that thumb and back down. And we're gonna go ahead and do one more each side, opening up and back down. And last one, opening up and back down. And if you need a little hamstring stretch, go ahead and touch your toes. And we're gonna go ahead and stand all the way up. We are ready to rock and roll. So we're spelling out hearts, starting with our inverted hamstring. And we're gonna get the timer going here. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Going in 3, 2, 1, and go. So inverted hamstring here. We're gonna have our thumbs up towards the ceiling, arms all the way out. We're gonna start with whatever foot we want to. Push those hips back, back leg nice and straight, pushing up, pushing the ground away. So we want to focus on pushing through the heel, big toe, little toe, making sure that we're feeling this in the glutes and hamstrings and not the low back. So if we need to, bring the butt to the belly button, lock that in with the core, get those thumbs up, push the hips back. So the goal is not to touch the ground with our hands, but to push that butt back so like we're closing a door and our hands are full. Great job. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. All right, nice job. Next up, we're spelling out hearts. We got eccentric push-ups coming up next. So either hands and knees or hands and toes. And we're getting ready here. 3, 2, 1. So we have a few options here. So we can do hands and knees. We can slowly lower ourselves and push back up. We can slowly lower ourselves until we're all the way on the ground and then get up however we need to. We can do that, both of those from either the hands and knees or from the hands and toes. The most important part here is that we're keeping those elbows at about 90 degrees. So we're starting here, lowering down, hands are ending up right at the bottom of our ribs, elbows nice and tight. So if we're out here, we can hurt those shoulders, so keeping them tight. So lowering yourselves nice and slowly to the ground. Try not to flop when we get to the ground. Gently touch. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna go ahead and stand on up. We got bent over A's first. So we're gonna make that nice A with our hands. 3, 2, 1. So push those hips back until chest is almost parallel with the ground. Keep that weight in the glutes. Bring those arms to your sides and back down. So this one, if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, we can add maybe some light dumbbells here, or we can add a 3-second hold at the top. So when we're at the top, we want to really feel that on the bottom part of our armpit. So if you act like you got a piece of paper in between your arm and your body, don't let that paper fall down. That's going to help us get a little bit better posture, get a little stronger in our back, can help us offset the way we normally sit in our desks during the day. 3, 2, 1. All right, great job. Next up, we have our alternating reverse lunges. So we got our R. Again, if you want a little bit more challenge, go ahead and add a knee drive at the top. 3, 2, 1. So stepping back, we're alternating, pushing the ground away, making sure that that weight is in that front foot. And again, if you want a little challenge, you can speed it up, add that knee drive. If you want even more of a challenge, you can always add a jump at the top. Getting that heart rate up, always good for Heart Health Month. Getting that cardio in, nice job for jumping, or maybe we're just stepping. Again, whatever is available to you today, whatever you'd like to work on, adding that in. 3, 2, 1. All right. Next up, we have bent over T's. So we're gonna push those hips back, making the T, elbows towards the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. So same thing with those A's. You can make it a little bit more challenging. We can hold for 3 seconds at the top, come back down, really accentuating this back part of the shoulder. So we want to feel that the backs of the shoulders drive those elbows up. So we're pulling through the elbows, driving with the shoulders. And we also can add, again, if you have some light dumbbells, feel free to add those. If not, we're just going to hold at the top for 3 seconds and then go nice and slow on the way down. 3, 2, 1. All right. Next up, we have our Supermans. We're going to get on the ground. We're going to hold for 3 seconds at the top. Getting ready here. 3, 2, 1. So we're going to squeeze those glutes, lift our chest up, holding for 3 seconds and back down. So we're squeeze those glutes. 1, 2, 3, and back down. Making sure we're keeping those glutes nice and squeezed. Shoulder blades are pinned down and back. So our shoulders are away from our ears. Really squeeze those glutes. Keep that core nice and tight as well. It's going to help us holding it at the top. Keep breathing. Great job. Squeeze those glutes. Back down. We got 3, 2, 1. All right. Great job. That is round 1. We've got 2 more to go. We're standing back up. We have our inverted hamstring first. And we got 3, 2, 1. So picking whichever leg you want. We're sinking into our back hip, slight bend in the knee, arms out to the side, thumbs up. From this angle, we got thumbs up, coming forward and back. Sorry, I shouldn't really say forward. We're pushing our hips back. So I want us to think back, not forward. It's going to help us really be able to feel this in the hamstrings, in the glutes, and not our low back. So keeping our hips pointed down, just like with curtsy lunges, we got headlights on our hips. We're blinding the ground with this one. So blind the ground. 3, 2, 1. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of shoulder workout holding my arms like that. All right, next up we have our eccentric push-ups. So again, either hands and knees, hands and toes, either slowly lowering yourself all the way down or pushing yourself back up. 3, 2, 1. So again, if you're on your hands and knees or you're on your hands and toes, no matter which way, those elbows are about 45-degree angles, starting out with those shoulders right above our wrists, and then controlling ourselves down. So that's going to help us build up that chest muscle, get a little bit stronger, and get better at push-ups. So I do like these. I think going down slowly on your hands and toes is slightly more effective than going from the knees and doing full push-ups. This can give us more time under tension. 3, 2, 1. All right, great job. Next up, we have our bent over A's. We're spelling our hearts out. And again, we could do a 3-second hold at the top, make it more challenging for us today. 3, 2, 1. So we've got our shoulder blades pulled down and back. So if we squeeze that orange, crack that egg right here, and then push our hips back, keep that core tight. Bringing our arms straight out to the side, making that A and back down. So we're using our back muscles to move the arms. We don't want to just swing those arms up. We want to use the muscle right here to squeeze through and lift up. So focusing on what muscle we want to use here, moving with intent. So what muscle do we want to work here? Really want to feel that in our lats, right at the back of the armpit. 3, 2, 1. All right, next up, we have reverse lunges. So going to the top, again, we can knee drive, we can jump, or we can just do regular reverse lunges, whatever you would like to do today. 3, 2, 1. I do recommend challenging yourself. If maybe you normally would do regular reverse lunges, and this is your sign to pick it up a notch and do our jumps instead. If you normally are a knee driver, then you can always do a little jump at the top. Landing nice and soft when we are jumping. If you notice, I'm not jumping too high off the ground, but we do want that back knee to be driving the motion. And then the front leg is holding the work. So we're going to feel that in the front glute as we jump up, but our back knee and our core is doing a lot of the starting. 3, 2, 1. Okay, next up, bent over tees. So I'm going to push those hips back, bring our arms out to the side. Again, we can hold for 3 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. So tuck our pelvis, butt to belly button, pushing back, straight out to the side, and back down. So it's like we got a plane of glass resting on our back, and we are breaking it with our elbows. Great job. We're gonna do this, and then we have our Supermans next. Now we're gonna do one more round. And we're gonna go ahead and cool down and go on with the rest of the day. Great job. Strengthening that back. This is great for posture. 3, 2, 1. All right. Down on the ground for Supermans. Another great posture movement. Strengthening the back, strengthening our glutes. 3, 2, 1. We're holding for 1, 2, 3. Back down. This is another great movement, not only for posture, but it will help strengthen our pillar, shoulders, hips, and torso. So if we have some low back, maybe pain or discomfort during the day, strengthening our glutes and hamstrings can help offset that. So this is actually a great movement to do that. So we're pulling from those glutes, making them a little bit stronger. Then we're also working the backs of those shoulders as well. So this is a well-rounded movement here. 3, 2, 1. All right, great job. We have one more round to go, starting with our inverted hamstring, which is sneakily a shoulder movement as well. 3, 2, 1. Arms out to the side, thumbs up, sinking into our hip, pushing our hip back, pushing the ground away. We got our whole foot on the ground. Again, we are not thinking forward, we're thinking back. Think, push the hips back. Whoops, I was not balanced. This movement definitely is easier if you are wearing flat-soled shoes like Converse or Vans, or if you're barefoot. I know I train in my Vans every day, especially with lower body movements. It helps with stability, because if we have a cushion, it's not as stable. 3, 2, 1. Whew, I think I like those a lot. All right, next up we have our eccentric push-ups. We're getting ready on the ground. Hands and knees or hands and toes. 3, 2, 1. So challenge yourself this time. If we were on the knees, the other times, maybe going on to the hands and toes. If we're on the hands and toes, maybe we're trying to push back up. My chest is not doing that today. So it happens when I program push-ups when I already trained chest this morning. Okay, makes it a little tougher. We did also do quite a bit of shoulders and total body strength this morning. So if you ever want to get some good dumbbell shoulder workouts, definitely join me on Thursday mornings. We have a good time, lots of shoulders, lots of different type of shoulder movements. 3, 2, 1. All right. Awesome. We're standing back up. We got bent over A's. We're almost halfway done with our last round. We're going to cool down after this. All right, get ready here. 3, 2, 1. So butt to belly button, coming down, making that A and back down. So we have, act like we have a piece of paper between our arm and our bodies. Don't let that paper fall. Again, we can make it a little bit more challenging, holding for 3 seconds at the top, keeping our shoulder blades pulled down and back, pulling from our back muscles, intent of the motion or the movement. What muscles do we want to be working? We want to work this muscle right here. So making sure we're pulling through there and not necessarily from the triceps or the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right. Next up, we have reverse lunges. Again, we can jump, we can knee drive, or we can just do them regular reverse lunges, whatever is available to you today. But we're challenging ourselves in this last round. 3, 2, 1. So if you're just doing a regular reverse lunge, maybe this time we're going to do that knee drive. We were driving the knee. Maybe this time we're going to try and jump a little bit. Or if you were keeping track of how many reps you've been doing, you can always try and get 1 or 2 more reps in this last round, or even aim to get 1 or 2 more reps each round. But I know we're not counting reps, but sometimes maybe your brain automatically counts, which mine definitely does that sometimes. 3, 2, 1. All right, great job. Next up, we have our bent over tees. So we're gonna get ready for that. Holding at the top for 3 seconds if you'd like. 3, 2, 1. So butt to belly button, push those hips back, driving through the elbows. So come up and back down. Holding at the top if we'd like. Working on our posture today. Never a bad time to do that. Great job. We move nice and slow, driving through those elbows. Again, feeling it right on the backs of the shoulders. It can sometimes be tricky to learn how to drive through there. So you can always place your hand on the back of your shoulder at the top and make sure that this is flexed. 3, 2, 1. Or you can always recruit someone else to help with you with that. Find it very helpful to make sure that the muscles are working properly. All right, last up, Superman, 3-second holds. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those glutes, lift that chest up. And back down. We're holding for 1, 2, 3. Back down. We'll use those glutes, pulling with the glutes, keep them squeezed. Don't forget to breathe. Great job. Keeping the core nice and tight. Awesome. My legs are getting tired. All right, good job, everyone. We're almost done with our heart workout. And 3, 2, 1. And that is going to be it for the last round of the workout. Nice job, everyone. Go ahead and grab a sip of water if you need it. And we're going to make our way onto the ground for our cool down. And we're going to start off here on the ground on our hands and knees. And we're going to thread the needle here. So we're going to take right arm, I'm going to reach through in between left arm, left leg, head on the ground, pushing the back of the hand into the ground and pulling away with our back. Just going to help stretch everything out, open up our back. We did a lot of upper back movements today. So it's going to help with all of that. Maybe relieve some tension we got pent up in our traps or in the backs of our shoulders here. And we're going to do one more deep breath. And we can go ahead and bring that arm back up underneath that hand. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So right arm in between left arm, left leg. pushing that hand into the ground, pulling away with the upper back. This feels amazing on this side. We're gonna feel that stretch right underneath the shoulder blade, maybe a little bit onto the tops of our shoulders and our traps. Sawing away that tension with each exhale. Awesome, everyone. Keep breathing. And one more inhale. You can go ahead and gently bring that hand back up underneath our shoulder. And then last part here, we're gonna go ahead and stretch out our hips a little bit more, those inner thighs. So we're gonna start with the right foot out to the side. And I think we all know the drill here. Keep that core nice and tight. We're gonna inhale, rock back. And exhale, coming back to center. We do 3 on each side. Inhale, rock back. And exhale, coming up. And last one, inhale, rock back. And exhale, back to center. We can go ahead and bring that knee underneath the hip. Now we're gonna go ahead and take our left leg stretch side. Keep that pinky toe on the ground. We're gonna inhale, rock back. And exhale, coming forward. Inhaling, rocking back. And exhaling, coming forward. And last one, inhale, rock back. And exhaling, forward. You can go ahead and bring that knee back up underneath the hip. And that is going to be all the time I have for today's workouts. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hopefully we had a good time, had a good workout. We got to spell something. So we had a little theme thing coming back here this week. We do have a couple more classes today. We got dance coming up at 12:30 with John. And then we have stretch and stability later on today with Quinn at 4 o'clock. And then in the theme of heart health, we have our heart health webinar coming up. Quinn's going to be giving that out on the 23rd at 4 p.m. So if you'd like to register, you can find that link up on Slack or up on SharePoint. If you type in Exos at Autodesk, it's going to pop up on our February events we got coming up. Great job today, everyone. Thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.